Hi friends, and welcome to beautiful Colorado today for our yoga practice. We're going to be reading out of Psalm 90, verse 2. And it says, "Before the mountains were born, or you brought forth the whole world, from everlasting to everlasting, you are God." This week I've had the privilege to spend time in God's beautiful creation, and these mountains have been such a good reminder of how small I am and how big God is. But the amazing part of it is this God, the one who created the mountains, is the same God who knows the innermost parts of my heart. And it says here in this verse that God is before all things. He is outside of time. He is all powerful. But the truth is that this is so comforting to us because this great almighty God is the same one who draws so near to us. Sometimes we feel this false sense of control over our lives, and it causes a lot of worry, stress, and anxiety to figure everything out for ourselves. But the amazing truth is that we are not in control, and God is, and we can rest in that and hand over the reins to Him. And I love how this passage ends. From everlasting to everlasting, you are God. God has always been, and He always will be. So go ahead and grab your yoga mat and your water and allow this verse to refresh your heart. He is God, and we don't have to be. Let's get started with our yoga practice today. Alright friends, as we get started with our restorative practice today, we're going to start with a toe stretch. So coming onto the knees, tuck the toes underneath you and start to feel a stretch in the bottoms of the feet and through the toes. Sitting up tall, inhale, open mouth, exhale. Nice job. Taking another deep breath here. And exhale it out. And then make your way into a child's pose, keeping those toes tucked. Lengthening the fingertips forward, elongating through the spine, and still feeling that bottom foot stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job. And then you can begin to untuck the toes. And if it feels good, spread the knees out a little bit wider, taking your hip stretch a little bit deeper here in your child's pose. And today in our restorative class, we're going to hold our postures for 1.5 minutes. So if it feels good in your child's pose to place a blanket or a pillow underneath the torso, feel free to do so. Find your comfortable version of child's pose. And we're going to close the eyes and focus in on the breath for 1.5 minutes. Nice job. Take one more deep breath in your child's pose. Inhaling, filling up the body. And open mouth, exhale it out. Slowly bring the knees back to center. Remove any blankets or pillows and come into a tabletop position onto the hands and the knees. And let's warm up the spine with cat-cow. So as you inhale, lift the gaze and tailbone high, opening up through the front of the body. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest, opening through the back body. Taking this motion from cat to cow with your own breath. Moving slowly, taking your time here today. Bringing intention to all of the muscles. Maybe noticing where you might be a little bit tight today. And as we go through our restorative class, think about really breathing into those muscles, taking your posture slowly and with intention. Take one more deep breath here. And exhale, come back to center, walk the hands forward, and drop the shoulders down, keeping the hips high for puppy pose. Really lengthening through the spine, through the shoulders and the chest. Inhale, stretching those fingertips forward. Open mouth, let it out. Maybe you even bring the chin onto the mat, getting a little bit deeper, stretch through the chest. Inhale. And exhale, slowly release the hips down, roll onto the forearms, and find a Sphinx posture. Shoulders coming away from the ears, lift the crown of the head tall. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Great job. Taking one more deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Lay down onto the belly, resting the forehead onto the forearms, and pull the right foot towards the back, bending that knee. Maybe if it feels good, you can take a strap around that foot, holding on to the strap, pulling the foot in close, or if it's possible, using the right hand to hold on to that foot. Close the eyes and breathe here, opening up through the right quad. Inhale and exhale. If you'd like to deepen this stretch, maybe you even come up onto the left elbow, opening up the chest as you pull that right foot in close. One more deep breath in here and exhale it out. Slowly release the right toes long and release the forehead back down onto the arms. Close the eyes and take a moment here to breathe. And then we're going to move to the other side, pulling those left toes in towards the back, maybe using a strap around that foot to pull it in closer, or maybe using that left hand to hold onto the foot. Opening this time through the left quadricep. Inhale and exhale, feeling that foot come a little bit closer with each breath. Maybe even planting that right elbow underneath you and lifting the chest away from the mat. Nice job. Inhale and exhale. Slowly come back to the center, releasing the left toes, bringing the forehead back onto the forearms, and we're going to bring the knees out wide and the soles of the feet together, lifting the toes away from the mat, making a diamond shape with the legs, feeling the hips begin to open here, and let the feet begin to fall a little bit closer towards the ground with each breath. We're going to close the eyes and hold this posture for 1.5 minutes. Great job. Slowly begin to release those feet from one another, sending them long down the mat. Press the hands underneath the shoulders and slowly move into an upward facing dog, lifting the chest high, opening up, inhale. And exhale, tuck the toes and slowly make your way into a downward facing dog. Walking out those feet, bending one knee at a time. Breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job. Inhale the right toes high. And exhale, step that foot in between the hands and then heel toe the foot to the outside of the right hand, releasing the back knee and toes down and finding a lizard posture. Open up the chest, lifting the crown of the head tall. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Focusing the breath now onto the right hip, releasing any tightness here today. Maybe you stay planted on the hands or even a block, or maybe you make your way down onto the elbows, taking your lizard pose a little bit deeper. Whatever your option, close the eyes and let's hold this posture. Take one more deep breath in your lizard pose. Inhale and exhale. Slowly come back to the palms if you weren't already. Heel toe that foot back into the center of the mat. And we're going to tuck the back toes and slowly make our way back into downward facing dog. Again, maybe pedaling out those feet, walking it out. And when you're ready, inhale the left toes high. And exhale, step that foot in between the hands. And then heel toe the foot to the outside of the left hand. Drop the back knee down, open up the chest. Inhale, pressing away from the mat. Open mouth, exhale. Nice job. Find your version of lizard pose, either planted on the hands, on blocks, or coming to the elbows. Close the eyes and focus in on the breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly come back to the hands if you weren't already. Heel toe that foot in between the hands. Slowly lift the hips and step it back into downward facing dog. Maybe the heels come down and touch the mat today, or maybe they're just reaching. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. And exhale, walk the feet into a forward fold. Letting the head hang heavy here, maybe shaking the head yes or no. Letting go of some neck tension. Inhale. And exhale, heel toe the feet to the outsides of the mat, turning the toes out wider than the heels. And slowly release the hips down, coming into a yogi squat. Maybe placing a block underneath the tailbone. Or maybe bringing the hands to heart center and letting those elbows open up the hips a little bit wider. Nice job. Close the eyes. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. Feeling a lengthening from the crown of the head to the tailbone, lengthening through the spine. Nice job. One more deep breath in. And exhale, slowly lift the hips back up. Plant the hands and heel toe the feet back into the center. Slightly bend through the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up into an extended mountain pose, taking your time here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, slowly fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, plant the hands and step those feet back to a downward facing dog. Nice job. Inhale. And exhale, gently bring the knees back to the mat and find your tabletop position. And then we're going to turn sideways on our mat in our tabletop and prepare for frog pose. So bringing the weight forward into the hands, scoot the knees out wide, keeping the knees in line with the hips and the feet in line with the knees, making a right angle with the knees. Toes are turned out to the sides. And then maybe you stay high here on the hands. Or maybe as we're breathing, you feel able to come down onto the elbows. This is a bit of an advanced posture, so if at any point you need to make your way out of frog pose, feel free to do so. But as we're here, we're going to breathe into the hips, keeping that weight into the hands or the arms. This pose is helpful for relieving hip pain, sciatica pain, and has even been found to increase pancreatic function, regulating blood sugar levels. So as we're here, take your time getting into it. Close the eyes and find your deep breath. Great job. Take one more deep breath in your frog pose. Inhaling and exhale, keeping the weight towards the front in this posture. Come onto the hands if you weren't already, and then slowly bring those knees back together. And we're going to come to sitting on our mat. From a simple seated posture, bring the right foot on top of the left knee and come into your double pigeon pose. Maybe you use the hands to hold that right knee away from the left foot, but as we're breathing here, maybe it slowly starts to come down towards the foot. If you'd like to take this posture even deeper, you can move into shoelace pose, stacking the right knee on top of the left knee. This is a great counter pose after frog, opening up the outsides of the hips. So take a moment here to breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. If you're in shoelace pose, maybe it even feels good to walk the hands forward slightly, taking a little bit of a fold. Just a couple breaths here as we relieve the muscles. Inhale and exhale. Slowly come back to center, and we're going to switch the legs. So if you're in double pigeon, that left foot is coming on top of the right knee, maybe holding on to the left knee, or maybe slowly letting it fall down towards the right foot. Or maybe taking a shoelace pose, stacking the knees on top of each other, heels coming beside the hips. Take a deep breath. Find your version of this pose. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale it out. Feeling that nice stretch on the outer hips and the glutes. One more deep breath in. And exhale. Come back to center. Release the feet into the mat in front of you. Give them a hug. And then slowly lay all the way down onto the mat. Pull the knees into the chest whenever you've made it, and give them a tight hug, maybe rocking from side to side. And we're going to find reclined eagle legs. This is similar to shoelace pose if you were just taking it. Cross the right knee on top of the left knee, and then flexing through the feet, grab onto the outsides of the feet. And just add a little bit of pressure to whatever feels good today. Opening up again the outsides of the hips. Another great counter pose to the frog stretch. Close the eyes and breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. And slowly drop those knees over to the left side of the body, coming into a supine twist. If this is too much, you can always untwist the legs and just bring both knees stacked together to the left side of the mat. Open up the arms to a T, close the eyes, and breathe here. Nice job. Getting a great twist for the core muscles and that outer right hip. And we're going to hold here for 1.5 minutes. Take one more deep breath in your twist. And open mouth exhale. Slowly come back to center with those knees and switch it out to the other side, crossing the left knee on top of the right. Flex the feet, grab onto the outsides of the feet, and take a deep breath here. Allowing the weight of the hands to pull those feet a little bit closer towards the mat. Inhale. And exhale, slowly allow those knees to fall over to the right side of the body, maybe keeping the legs crossed or maybe untwisting them. Close the eyes and hold here. Inhale and exhale. Slowly come back to center with those knees and begin to lift the soles of the feet towards the sky and find a waterfall pose. Open up the arms out wide. Inhale and exhale. Nice job. One more deep breath here. And open mouth, exhale, bend the knees, grab onto the big toes and find happy baby. Opening through the hips, letting those knees fall down towards the mat. Maybe even add that rock from side to side if that feels good on the lower back and the hips. Inhale. And exhale, give those knees one more big hug and then send the toes long. Find a Shavasana pose, resting the hands beside you, releasing all of the muscles and finding that deep breath. And as we end our practice, I want to leave you with these 3 questions. Rest your heart on them and take some time to really lean into them with the Lord. How are you trying to hold on to control in your life today? Do you believe that God was before all things and will always be? That He is eternal? Do you believe that this same God knows you by name, knows everything about you, and cares for you? Before the mountains were born, or you brought forth the whole world, from everlasting to everlasting, you are God. Father, let that be the cry of our heart today. You are God, and I am not. You are good. You are perfect. You are wise. So I open up my hands today, and I trust you with my whole life, Lord. I lay down every fear, every worry, every burden, and I trust you with it, Lord. I pray that whatever is on my heart today, that I would release it into your capable hands. I thank you for this image of the mountains to remind us that we are so small in comparison. But Lord, that doesn't change the way that you see us. You care for us, Lord. You know our every thought and the innermost parts of our heart. So I thank you and I worship you. I pray all these things in your name. Amen. Thank you so much for joining me in your yoga practice today. I hope it met you exactly where you were, and I look forward to seeing you next time.